How are Android apps made? Well, firstly, ask yourself the question, what is an Android app? An Android app is simply a software application that is running on the Android platform. Why do we use Android apps? Well, I can head over to the Play Store and download Twitter. Or I can download Google Chrome. Or I can download any other app that's out there. Point being, we download apps based on their different purposes. Who makes Android apps? The answer is simple: Android developers. Now, what do Android developers do exactly? Well, their job is to create an app that is efficient, functions properly, and is bug-free. Well, as we know, bugs are never-ending. That's why updates are being released frequently on the Play Store for apps that you usually target for a specific purpose. That's why apps are being maintained till this day. And the job of an Android developer is to maintain the app, make sure that it's bug-free, and that the user gets the best experience out of the app as possible. But how do you go about developing an app? Well, Android developers use what is known as an IDE, an integrated development environment. A popular IDE that is currently used by a lot of Android developers out there is Google's Android Studio. But let's say you're an Android developer. You set up the Android Studio on your laptop. It's working fine, but you're staring at the screen, not knowing what to do next. So what do the professional Android developers do? Well, it's important to familiarize yourself with the Java programming language. Java is a widely used programming language for developing Android apps. Key features include: it runs on nearly all platforms, it's an object-oriented language, and the rich application programming interfaces, APIs, allow for tools for every imaginable task. And let's not forget, it's a language that is easy to learn, as well as easy to read. Here, let me show you a few lines of code from the Java programming language. Now, after looking at these lines of code, you might feel intimidated. But don't be. All programming languages look intimidating at first. But then you get the hang of the language. You can read it like the language you're speaking, for example. It just takes a lot of practice and effort and dedication. But you can get there. A great first step for you would be Udacity. Udacity offers a range of courses on Android development. Based on personal experience, I started off with the Android Development for Beginners course, and it got me thinking, why didn't I find out about Udacity much earlier? So if you're really interested in how Android apps are made and want to try it out yourself, I do advise you to try out Udacity's Android Development for Beginners course. I put the link in the description. It's really useful, guys. The course is laid out properly, it's organized, and basically you'll be guided throughout the whole way. You'll never feel lost. Everything's on point. So trust me, you won't regret it. Enroll now. As usual, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this video useful. and if it helped you, it gave you a basic insight on how Android apps are pretty much made. Now goodbye, and see you in the next video. Peace.